Hello there everyone, and today we're going to take another quick look within Google Classroom at the invitation process for how we can invite a student to join a class, as well as working with student work once it is turned in, just to see the ways that we can provide some feedback and then explain the turn in and hand back in process for grades. I have a class here. Currently there are no students enrolled. As I mentioned in a previous webcast, one of the ways that we can add students is to share this classroom code. Personally, I think that's a great way to honestly make a new first homework assignment. You can take a class roster and print, give a homework assignment the first day or couple of days of class to join the class with the class code, and you can go right down that list, make sure everybody is in the class. There also is the capability to invite students, and previously this worked as an add. And the thought process behind the switching to invite is it prevents accidental additions to a class and just the general spamminess that you could get by selecting everybody in your organization and adding them into a class unintentionally or even perhaps intentionally. I'm going to invite a student into this class. I'm going to use our student one account. To go ahead and add them, we're just going to select the checkbox next to their name, select Invite Students. We'll see the Students page is going to say that this student is invited. We're going to jump over to what the student sees, and you'll see that in their classroom page, where they typically had their one class card of the class they've already joined, they'll see another one appear. That one's going to give them the option to either decline the class or to join. We're going to select Join, and that student is now going to be enrolled and taken into this sample class. We're going to go ahead and create an assignment now, just to see how this process looks. And we're going to give this assignment a title. We're going to call this the United States Labor Day style spelling. We're not going to make this due the 31st before Labor Day. We're going to go ahead and have it be the 3rd. And additionally, you always have that option to select an item from your computer to upload, an item from Drive, an item from YouTube, or an internet link. You do have the ability to post this to more than one class, so if you do have a class with multiple sections, you can go ahead and create this one assignment and assign it to all 4 or however many sections you have. I'm going to go ahead and assign this. And again, we're going to see this class count. We're going to see that of the one student in the class, 0 are done. It is due September 3rd. Jumping back over to the class, we'll see we have the assignment appear on the left-hand side and the screen that says one new item has been posted to the stream. We can click on Stream. Next, I'm just going to refresh this page, get the most up-to-date content, and we'll see this assignment appears. So you can view it within the class. You also have the ability to use the classroom menu to jump and see your upcoming assignments. The other view I really like using, especially as you start getting more and more classes, is the actual assignment page. This is going to break down by class the upcoming assignments and specify their due date. What I like about this is you have the ability to filter classes, so maybe if I'm in a math mood, I can select my math class and focus on just that. There's also a summary up top that shows us we have 2 of 2 assignments to complete, 0 of the 2 are done. From this page here, I'm just going to click on the Labor Day activities, and you're going to see this is going to jump directly to that assignment. I'm going to create a document, and the magic of Google Classroom kicks in here. It automatically creates this document, it puts it in the right spot, it organizes it for me, and it shares it so my teacher has the ability, once I have started working on this assignment, to view it and to provide feedback that can help me guide this assignment as I move forward. We're going to put a quick little sentence in here. That looks good. And we're going to use the Turn In option. This is going to take me to the Turn In page. I can add a private note to the instructor of this class. Click on Turn In. This assignment is going to go ahead and turn in. If I flip back to the teacher view, I'll see the count has updated to tell me one student has completed the activity. When I see not done be 0, that's a good indicator that this class is ready to grade. Now, you do have the ability, if students turn in their assignment before the due date, or at any other point in time, to work on grading this class. Maybe that means during the school day, you have the opportunity to work on 5 assignments. You can grade those 5 and then continue the other ones from home or later on the next day. This is going to show me a list of the assignments per the student, and by default, when you create an assignment, it's going to give it a default point value of 100. There are some additional options, 1, 20, 50, and 100, or ungraded. The other point here is maybe you want this activity to be 5. You can go ahead and select that point value and put in your own custom number. You will get a prompt that says the point value is being updated. This is important to keep in mind if you have already graded work. So let's say initially this assignment is out of 100 points. I grade 5 students and then I switch it down to 5. Those first 5 students are going to still have 100 out of 5. They're going to get some really great extra credit for that activity, but just again, something to keep in mind of what you can change after the fact. To view the assignment, we click anywhere in the white box on the student. We'll see the submission history. This is where I could see if a student has completed it, if it's not done, if it has been unsubmitted, or if I have returned it as the teacher, as well as the date and time that each one of those activities occurred. I'm going to jump into the assignment as the teacher, take a quick look, and I here have the ability to use comments. Now, an interesting point that when we're working with our teachers I like to point out is when I'm putting a comment in the document, the general gist of this is you're commenting on parts of this document. So what this might mean is I want to put a comment in here that this is a great opening sentence. If there's other areas where I want to provide maybe some markups that this is a run-on, you could go ahead and insert those via comments in the document. What's nice about this is this provides feedback to the students that they can then use to look at the parts of their paper and maybe see which areas that you feel they can improve upon. If there's an area that maybe their supporting paragraph in a persuasive paper isn't the best, you can just put a quick little note and maybe next time look to develop your ideas, and they'll see that as really good formative feedback that they can use with this assignment. So I'm done with this assignment as a teacher. I've looked at it. I'm going to go ahead and close the assignment. I'm going to be taken right back into the student grading page. I have the ability to put in the grade. As I put a number in, it's going to go ahead and auto-complete that it is 4 out of 5. What's neat about this is if I switch this, let's say, to 20, and I go ahead and put in 17. Again, it's just going to give me that visual feedback that the student received a 17 out of 20. When I'm done with this one, I have the ability to click on Return. One important thing to note is when I click on Return as a teacher, that's going to transfer the ownership back to the individual student. That's going to mean that I only can now make suggested edits to this document. I'm going to click on Return, and I'm going to give some feedback on the assignment as a whole this time. This would be where you would say that it sounded like a great weekend to me. Again, that personal feedback that just is kind of nice and adds the personal touch. What you'll see here is the assignment now switches to the return state for myself as the teacher. If I jump back as the student, again, on this assignment, I'm going to go ahead and see my grade, 17 out of 20. It's going to, on my main page, transition to being done. And if I go back into the assignments page, you'll see that the to-do is now filtered only with the class where I have a to-do assignment. The classes that it's completed in on the right-hand side are going to be done. What's really powerful about this is as I work through the semester, these assignments are going to go ahead and categorize, and I'm going to have a really nice running list of my activities. If you're working with students to do any reflective style papers or growth models where they can look at their previous work and maybe one of their last assignments is to write a way in which they felt they've improved, this is a great way that they can view this data all at once and have easy access to it, sorted and organized by class. So that's just a quick view of what you can do with some of the assignments and how it works from that teacher and student perspective. Feel free to keep on tuning in. I know we'll throw some more features and example videos out there as they're available. Hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you for tuning in.